3, 2, 1. Hello, watchers and listeners of the Daily Goons podcast. I'm your host, El Stefanos, coming back at you live from Rove Downtown podcast, Rove Downtown studio. Thank you, Rove, once again. Before we go ahead and introduce the lovely guests, I just want to, if you like the videos and like the podcast, hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. All right, now I have some lovely guests. After a long time planning, I'm back again with the podcast. So I have Miss Natasha, or aka Nash, aka Miss Milena, in the house, and also Rachel Trazia Joseph. You guys want to introduce yourself? Small, maybe like a sentence to introduce yourself. Just one sentence. You have to like describe yourself. Just one sentence. Go.
Hey guys, I'm one of the lovely guests, Natasha Fernandez, aka Miss Milena, future millionaire, and a French fry addict.
Amen.
Thank you.
Let's go. And you?
I'm Rachel, and I'm the second lovely guest, I guess, on the show. And I don't know what else to say about me.
It's fine. No worries. No worries. So let's start with how we know each other, right? I guess I met you from university. And we became close in second year, right? I think we got close in second year. Actually, no, we got close in first year.
First year, right before university even began.
Yes, we got close for which one was it? Some music festival or something.
It was called Unplugged.
Oh, you remember the Unplugged? Yeah. Well, yeah, we got so Unplugged. What happened was I was singing. No, I wanted to do something for Unplugged, and. He's like, hey, who's there? So I think I went to the list of people, and I think I saw you participating. I was like, okay, most of them are already taken. And I was like, okay, let's see Nash. I go meet Nash. We talk next to Burger Biz, I think.
No, I remember it completely different. But okay, you say
your
okay.
way of it. Next to Skylar's.
Skylar's?
Yeah.
Skylar's Cafe?
No. So
okay, go on, please.
Breaking it down from the beginning. Okay, so you were going to do a performance. I was not going to do a performance whatsoever. It was the day of Unplugged, and you're
was
like,
the day
hey,
Unplugged?
yes, it was.
Oh.
And you're like, hey Nash, I'm going to perform this, that. I'm like, okay, what are you performing? And then you told me you're doing, and I'm going to lose you. Like, I'm going to lose you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Got
like,
it.
okay, cool. Then you're like, do you sing? It's like, yeah. Okay, why don't you sing with me? So there on the spot, we decided, okay, we'll sing for it.
Oh,
So
yeah.
this was in block 19, right outside room 10. I have a good memory.
Nice. Big ups, man. Big ups. There we go. But yeah, improv is very good. I love people who like impromptu, just make decisions and go with it. But saying that you do a horrible person to plan with. Like, hey Nash, you want to go out? No, man, I'm busy. I'm on the way home. Like, I'm too busy. For a person who makes impromptu decisions, right? You take so long to make a decision, for a bigger plans.
In my defense, I was 19 back then, and right now I'm 22 with a full-time job doing a lot of volunteering stuff at church.
True.
I'm all over the place.
Yes.
So if you want to meet me up, then you have to just book me 1 month in advance.
Appointment, yeah. Even my doctor doesn't take that much appointment, But first of all, congratulations. I've seen your, what's it called? The YAM thing for in church. It was very lovely, very blessed time. So for those who guys don't know, Rachel has been appointed YAM coordinator. There's no I can add post, but and Natasha has been appointed YAM dance coordinator. How's that like for you guys? How's that feeling of now you got responsibilities in church? Because you told me about how you wanted calling and stuff like that. How does that affect you? Let's start with you. How did that affect you? How's that whole dance coordination and all that stuff?
So it's very funny because back in 2019 is when I started dance, and ever since then I've been asked to be a coordinator. So I've said no throughout.
He's like, I'm good.
I can't do it. I have this, I have that. And this year, when I have so many things happening, at once I said yes. Even Rachel called me and she's like, Nats, you have so much happening. I don't know how you said yes.
I was shocked when she said yes, because I was like, in the last 3 years, she said no always. And then now she's saying yes. I'm like, what changed her mind?
So you have now free time? Is that what it is?
No, that's not what it is. I just couldn't say no. I couldn't say no.
Are you coerced?
No, they say that when God has a plan or something, right? He just makes you say yes no matter what. So I think somewhere around either Sansia, my co-coordinator, probably she was praying that I say yes, and it just happened. I said yes without thinking, which didn't make sense. But I'm glad I said yes. It was a lot of struggles. It still is a struggle, but it's rewarding in its own way.
How is that responsibility for you, Rachel?
First, I didn't think I would become one, because when I started off, I was just like, no way I'm going to be where I am now. But yeah, it's kind of, I'm scared, I'm nervous. It's kind of exciting because you got to lead everyone. But I know God will always show me the way. Like, I've always experienced Him. When He wants me to do something, like Nat said, you can't say no to it. You can't run away from it. That's something that happens. So yeah, I'm excited.
Well, you've always been like a person who like over stresses with work, right? How do you like think this is gonna be? Because you're handling now, so you work, you come home, and then you have church stuff, right? How do you think you're gonna handle this whole? I mean, you've been handling it, but now officially, like you've officially been inaugurated and been blessed by the Pope, and but you've been blessed by the Pope and all that stuff, and now you're officially. So now anything that happens, the responsibility is on you. You can't. Before, I think Ollie was like the YAM coordinator, right? Yeah.
So, I think so. As you know, I went for the World Youth Day trip.
Yeah.
One thing I learned at
Can
that
you
trip.
like put the mic closer? I can't hear you, man. So soft.
Okay, so as you know, we went for the World Youth Day trip.
Yeah.
One thing I learned at the World Youth Day trip is surrendering to God. And even if it's like the smallest thing, like even today I was so stressed about like, oh my God, how am I going to go for mass? How am I going to come out? No, which is so unnecessary. But I was just like, okay, you know what? God will make a way to stop freaking stressing. So that's what I think I'm going to do. Like, I'm going to surrender. He's definitely going to make a way for me. And He's always done that.
Right.
So I'm just going to go on that.
Nice, good.
Plus, we are there too. Don't worry.
Yeah, we're always here just to rant about stuff.
I definitely know you guys are always definitely.
Just a heads up. This is I booked the studio for 6 hours, so we have 4 episodes coming back to back. So this should what's the word for to fill the gap? What's that word for? Wait, give me no, not filler. Like another word for to fill certain gaps. What is another word? I can't get the word in my head. But
I can't get it either now.
Yeah. But since I missed August's posts, you're going to have 4 episodes back to back, hopefully every week. Hopefully I can finish post-production because it's a one-man's job, but it's hard. But I do love editing. It's been, I got a new laptop and everything, but it's really repetitive. I will say that, but it's really fun. And I didn't, initially when I used to sing and stuff, I hated my voice. And now after like doing the podcast and everything, it's really like, it's weird to like go back and listen to myself. Before I was like, and now I'm just like, no, it's fine. I don't mind sitting in the car and just listening. Because one day we were coming, I think after the first podcast, I think me and him were, I uploaded the podcast and then we just sat in the car and listened to the whole podcast, A to Z. And I didn't feel like it was such a, I was like, I didn't feel the ick. But now I'm nice. It's back. I like it. Okay, so another reason why I didn't post much was I was traveling a lot. One is I went to India for another reason, but I went to Georgia. We'll come to that podcast in another episode, hopefully before this one, because I do plan on putting this podcast after that one. But while we were in Georgia, you guys were in Europe, not even in Portugal. You guys are everywhere in Europe. I found that out after you came back. You're like, oh, I went to France, I went here, I went there. I was like, huh? Weren't you supposed to go to Portugal? So you guys got the Schengen and you went everywhere.
Yeah, we took 3 countries.
So explain that whole avenue of like what happened in Portugal. Because I was like, every time you rant, I mean not ranted, but you like explain. I was like, oh yeah, okay. I tried to change topic because I want to like keep it for today. Because I was like, because I was like, oh yeah, okay, so yeah. So even when yesterday you were telling about, we were at your place and you were telling about something with
that happened in France.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, I don't know if you remember. I was like, yeah. So I was like, oh, so yeah, explain now how is Portugal? How is the whole like youth day? Is it called Youth Day, right?
World Youth Day.
World Youth Day. So
World Youth Day. That's what it's called. Okay, explain what World Youth Day is.
Okay, so
YAM coordinator, please go ahead.
So World Youth Day is something where youth from all over the world come to the certain place that has been decided. And they have like different activities, but towards the end of the Worldly Day, you have night vigil, and you have a mass that is celebrated by the Pope, which is such a big blessing. And for most of us that were there, like me and my friends, we all got to meet the Pope super close. So I think that was honestly a blessing. But yeah, go ahead.
The other thing you were telling me about yesterday is about I think you gave me a small hint about that a while back when you came. Was like you stay with the family, I think.
Yeah. Okay.
Everything lit up in the room. Yeah. The family is amazing. Yeah. Shout out to the family.
Yes. Big shout out to the family, because going to Worldly Day is a whole spiritual experience on its own. But we got a family outside India for the first time, India, UAE / whatever. But in Portugal, and they speak Portuguese dominantly. They don't speak English much, but we could converse with them very well, and they gave us so much love, so much welcome, and they stayed up for us. They took us around. They made sure we had everything with us. So we stayed with them for 4 days.
Right.
And when we met them itself the first time, they hugged us and they were like, "We're so happy to have you at our home." And
but you said they don't speak English, right? How
they speak very broken English. Like they tried their best to communicate with us, or we had like Google Translate. We just translated.
That was my best friend for a week.
Google Translate is OP, man. Like, thank God for
we talk into it and they talk into it.
They have this conversation thing happening, right?
Yeah. So it was lovely.
Yeah.
And they still text me. For a fact, they texted me yesterday and they sent me pictures because they went to a beach and they were with their family. They're like, "Oh, how's your family?" And they text in Portuguese and I reply back in English.
So they have to translate back.
Yeah.
Did you guys have to learn like different languages when you went to this thing?
So that was a requirement to know a little bit of Portuguese at least. But we learned bom dia, which is good morning, and obrigada, which is thank you. Por favor.
That's all you need. That's all you need.
That's all you need. And you
need like maybe a sorry, excuse me. That's the basic words. Because you have to learn Georgian a bit before going into Georgia. I mean, most of them speak English. I mean, I know I'll get back to next episode. I mean, before the episode. I don't know. But, another thing, many happenings of the day, Miss Natasha. Yay! You finally turned 30. Good job.
Oh
Shut up.
Nah, man.
Well, at least I'm not 50.
No. I say 25 or 30 because she has the wisdom of a 30-year-old. She talks too much. Like, she has so much knowledge. Every time I come, I'm like, yeah. So once, I remember, I don't know when it was, but a few years back, I think this is the first hangout we went to. Not first hangout, but like one of the first few hangouts we went to. It was me, Sharon Mungi, and Abhi. We're in this side of the car with Abhi's car. And then you and Jurang and Nal were in the other car behind next to just talking about finance. I was just like, bro, just like on and on and on. We just like we think about just depressed in the comment like, yeah, man, life sucks, yeah. And you guys like, yeah, finances and like you gotta get this and bonds and that. I was like, right, yeah, guys. Anyway, so how's life? You guys are so.
See, that doesn't make me a 30-year-old. I'm a finance student. That's why I talk about finance a lot.
They're not finance students. None of them are. Well, other than me.
I think we were not only talking about finance, but also about life in general.
Life in general.
Yes. No, we were talking about life. You guys are talking about.
We were talking about life
and finance combined.
And like what we wanted to do in future, like with studies.
We were more on the depressed side of things. They're like, yeah, man, life sucks. Yeah, good. So how's chai, man? Yeah, it's good. Yeah.
I think we were talking about opportunities, new business stuff, and there was a 12th grader with us, Nalrin, and he really took on the convo. We were really shocked to see
because he does
the
not
amount
talk.
of knowledge he had.
Yeah.
In that perspective.
He is super smart for a 12th grader. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
He's not here, but his brother is coming.
Shout out.
Shout out, Naragan. His brother's coming next podcast or the podcast after that. But speaking about business opportunities, shout out to his business. I recently followed his.
Actually, he's my best friend, so it's fine. Yeah.
What is this thing called?
It's called Filter Coffee House.
Yeah.
So he makes one of the best filter coffees that I have had, and he freshly brews it, and it's super good. He imports it all the way from Bangalore.
Yeah.
And he set this up in Reading because there's no other cafe around the area which does Indian authentic filter coffees, and he sells it with Mangalorean buns. Don't know if you guys have tried it.
Yeah. What's Mangalorean bun?
It's banana and it's
banana
banana bun. Yeah.
Banana.
Banana bun.
That's like
but
banana.
It's sweet, but at the same time, it's
sweet.
light sweet. It's not too sweet. It goes perfect with a filter coffee.
I hate sweets. I'm not a sweet guy. I mean,
okay, guys, check it out. Follow Filter Coffee House.
Fit coffee. Yeah, I know. Shout out, man. I'll probably put his. Does he have socials?
Yes,
he
does.
has. I'll try to put his thing.
And if you're in UK, head down.
Yeah, I do. I really want to come. Go to UK and try this. I really want to explore UK, man. Anyways, that's fun. Another thing, we had okay. Hopefully now you guys can see Natasha and Rachel clearly because we're using someone's phone instead of a camera.
I wonder why.
I wonder why, Natasha. I wonder why. I tell this guy, for someone who's super smart, she forgets half the things. Hey, Nash.
But it's on the way.
It's on the way. Hopefully next podcast, the next one after
Hello,
that,
the
we'll
phone
have the
is
camera.
pretty good, okay? You can't complain.
iPhone is, I'm gonna trash on iPhones. Screw it. Actually, unless iPhone wants to sponsor me, I hate iPhones. We can change that, I hate iPhones, man. I don't like iPhones. They're just it's too much, man. I don't know how you guys, and she's such a big, iPhone enthusiast. I don't know why. Her and Muni, oh my god, iPhone. And I remember when we went to MOE once to buy your iPhone or to check out some iPhone, and I'm just why am I in the shop? And there are these Apple geniuses.
Okay, I can't lie. I like iPhones and I like Apple
Why?
products.
Why do you like iPhones?
I think they are good quality stuff, man. They're just good quality, and I love their camera quality. And I can't have something with something like a, I don't know, how I'm not gonna shit on any phone brands, but whatever, they have that little unclearness. I can't.
Unclearness.
Yeah, it's I don't know.
Yeah, the quality is not HD enough.
Yeah, it's not HD enough, and I'm
HD enough.
yeah, I can't with that. And I'm a person who loves taking pictures and videos of every small thing that I do,
Yeah.
and especially when I go for these trips or when I'm out with my friends.
Yeah.
To have something not HD quality is very icky in my heart. So please.
First of all, Android phones, they have a spectrum. Okay, the best phones these ones, the flagship phones, always have the best of quality. That's a common norm in most things. The problem is that Apple sells only the top end of the spectrum, right? And to fully utilize Apple's all the features and stuff, you have to have the whole ecosystem with your iPhone. You can't just have an iPhone just walk around. You have to have the iPhone, the Apple Watch, the iPad, and the MacBook, and all that stuff with it, which is also more money. So I think it's just a status symbol or a status for a status thing. Because with Android, right? With Android, you have so much flexibility. You have so much you can connect to devices seamlessly. That's the word, seamlessly. And even recently, Apple has announced that you guys are for your MacBooks and your iPads, you're gonna be shifting to a USB Type-C charger, which is originally Android. So it's an Android for an Android invention. Okay, pause.
Okay, pause on that. So you said the only problem with Apple products is that it cannot connect to other devices easily, and Apple is fixing that.
Since years.
When you say
one
that,
second, Android couldn't fix
ahead.
their camera quality, so shut up.
Please, I'm telling you, the best of the... See,
No, I can't.
Okay, only your moon pictures are good.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Oh my god, the moon pictures?
Please. I think Apple is getting there, and I think they have at least whatever pictures I take are HD. I can't with your phone, please.
You tell me, when have you taken a group pics on your phone?
Yeah, and I don't
Because I don't have space. I don't want to use my space.
Okay, thank you. Sure. I don't want...
Okay, when I have space, I'll be yeah, sure. First of all, I have horrible management of space and storage and stuff in my phone. Because I don't delete pictures. I don't delete videos. People who know me is yeah, good. Every time I upgrade my phone, I always get the next expandable storage, right?
Yeah, so Apple is really convenient with iCloud and all the other spaces and storages. Thank you.
Yeah. So the government can see all your photos where you go.
I don't care. It's nice. They're giving me a solution to my problem.
Dude, I can literally expand my storage to a whole TB in a phone. You have maybe 212. How much is
So
it?
we can do a TV as well.
Yeah, we gotta pay extra. I can pay 1/10 of your price and get an expandable storage on my phone for basically the same quality or better quality actually.
Okay, I think we have different opinions. I'm a big
That's the best argument.
I'm a big Apple person, and I can't shift from that.
Once you use an iPhone, it's just too hard to get
I
away.
did use an iPhone. So I had.
You have strong willpower.
Yes.
No, man, I just don't like iPhone. I don't like how MacBook works.
That's your personal opinion. I personally just love.
I hate you. I hate your opinion. Your opinion is stupid. No, I think that's like the best way to end an argument. It's like, yeah, it's your opinion. That's what it is. Because you know you're losing. That's what it is. I'm joking.
There's apparently a Tesla phone coming out, so that is something I would buy. Just
a Tesla phone?
Yeah,
actually, please do buy. I want to see it from your phone. I can't afford the new phones. It's just.
I just need a new phone.
I just want a new phone.
Natasha's just waiting till this phone stops
dies
working.
Which phone do you have? Which phone do you have?
I have an iPhone, but it's pretty old.
Which one is it? iPhone 10?
It's a 10, yeah.
And you have a 13 Pro Max Ultra HD.
HD plus.
Yeah. What is this? It's like the spectrum, man. It's like pride flag. Okay, anyways, moving on. Another topic I want to talk to you about is siblings. You guys have siblings.
We have sisters.
Yes, and both of them are sisters. I don't have siblings. Other people don't have siblings either. How is that growing up? Because for me, growing up was alone. It's very lonely. I love to have like a brother or sister or sibling in general. I guess for me, I would prefer to have an older sister and a younger brother. That's like the two things I'd rather. I don't want an older brother or a younger sister. And it's like I feel like that's like more responsibility. Because for a younger sister, it's like I have to take care of her. Like, she's gonna do stupid stuff. Like, gotta go. I'm living with a cousin, so I do like make I like joke around saying I'm gonna go meet up people in your school just for the fun of it, because that's my job. That's my only job. I gotta come. People who look at you, I'm gonna beat them up. That's what I have to do. But an older brother, I had a cousin who I used to live with. Well, not live with, but spend time with, and he's always just bullying. He's like, but again, it's a brother. Like it's a brother sibling thing, right? So how is it like growing up with like two sisters and one sister?
Yeah. So I'll go first on this one. So I always wanted an elder brother, but I was the oldest child, so scratch that out. 10 years of my life, I was on my own. So, yeah, me and my sister have a 10-year gap.
Oh. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I really wanted a sibling right from the start. I would just tell my parents, like, oh, if I had a sibling just like them, this one, that one, it would be nice. But at the same time, I liked it with me and my parents too. Due to complications, I don't think my parents would have had another child. But by God's grace, my sister was born after 10 years. Again, still, even though we have that age gap, and even though you say that I'm like a 30-year-old in my mindset,
it's a joke,
for my parents, it's more like...
Don't sue me, please.
For my parents, it's more like she's the older one and I'm the younger one.
Yeah, oh, she's the older one?
Yes, really? In the house, yes. So they'll be like, Neha, you're the elder one, understand. Everybody.
To be fair, how old is she right now?
She's 13.
Dude, for a 13-year-old, she's actually very like smart, very like social, very like, she understands social cues, and she's like very like, she doesn't seem like a 13-year-old. Yeah, which is very weird.
That's very weird, because I have not heard it from anybody but you.
No, like, when I notice, right, I don't think she's, like, when you say 10-year gap, it doesn't look like a 10-year gap.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
Yeah,
I have a cousin, I have two cousins, both of them also, I think they have a 11 or 9 or 11, something between that, 9 to 11 year gap themselves. So my elder cousin, she is older than me by 2 years, and her sibling is 12, 13? I don't know, something around that age. So it's like a huge gap between them as well. So, like when he was born, I was so blessed because I was able to hold the baby, right? It's like, So when he was born, I got to like fully like play with the baby because I was old enough to like carry the baby and take care of the baby. But at the same time, I was too young to like go and do stuff like like go around walking around with them. I could like be there with the parents' supervision, like, oh yeah, baby. So, but how is that for you? Because you have to spend the whole day with the baby, with your sister.
I mean, I was going to school at the moment, so my sister used to go to daycare. With Sharon, who will be on one episode. Sharon's mom is a babysitter. So
okay.
So my sister used to be at their place, and then once I'm back from school, I would take the stroller and go all the way to their house and then take her back home. And I was like a 5th grader going on the roads and with a child.
Who let you?
My mom and my dad.
To be fair, yeah.
At a very young age, they're like, you can take care of her.
Dude, that's so contrast to like you and how the other day, right, you're coming to, actually yesterday, wasn't it? No, the day before yesterday, or something like that. You're like, no man, they can't be alone, stagnant. Remember, you're like talking about your sister being alone when you guys were in Portugal.
Okay.
Yeah, she was like, "Oh my god, I'm not pissed."
that okay. Rachel was like a mom over there to Roselle. I'm not even gonna lie.
I think again, guys. So number one, even like I'm the oldest sister in the family and like the oldest child and all that stuff. I feel like I'm not a mom to my sister, but like she was my responsibility. And like
that's
if
natural.
I did, like, so my mom's always been this kind of person where you need to take care of your sister. Like I just automatically became like a second mom. I didn't want to, and I didn't know that I was becoming that person.
Yeah.
And I think it just became a part of my life. It just became a part of my life. So when Roselle was there, my mom would just be like, yeah, take care of your sister, and wherever she is, like, just make sure she's okay,
Right.
And that's what I kind of did. That's it. But I'm not like that in person. Rather, they are like my mom when I'm in Dubai.
Yeah, see, when you're like, see, this is the thing, right? Even though I'm like I guess I'm the second eldest in my cousin's family, whatever. But I am like, they treat me as like the eldest in the family. And I'm also the first, how like Indian parents, like Desi families have like, the first son of the house. So I'm technically the first son of the house. And even though my elder sister, the one I spoke about, she's older than me by 2 years, they all like look to me for like anything relating to like anything, just in general, which is annoying because I'm like, I am not a role model. I'm the last person you should be looking up to or following steps of. I always like follow your own path, do whatever you want to do, but like always like being the lines of being the same framework or being the same guidelines as your parents, like want you to do things. Obviously, like go out and do your things and stuff, and you sometimes break that framework, but at the end of the day, you have to understand why is that worth the risk, breaking that framework or breaking that boundary or breaking that this thing? Is that worth what are you doing? So yeah, I always tell them this, and they're very young compared to me. I think they're around 6-7 years younger to me. Mm-hmm. I think 6, yeah, something like that. But yeah, that's always been and you always like, even when I'm with them, right? Even though I'm technically responsible for them, I tend to like let loose, like you saying. They're like because sometimes you just want to let go. I want to be a child again. So you just like, let them be the mom for one, or be the guy, or be the elder person for once. Okay. Or his mom tells me like, hey, can you get groceries or something like that? I'm like, it's fine. Hey, yo, can you get like groceries? I'm playing. I'm at home. I got work. I'm just sitting playing like, some games on my phone. So stuff like that. I really like letting go of like responsibility to parent. I like being like a younger sibling because I've been put at the spot of like, you're like the eldest son, you should like take care, responsibility, blah, blah, blah. So it's like a good thing. Not a good thing, but it's like a relieving thing. That's the word I'm looking for. When we went to Georgia, we were very cautious, like walking the streets at night, right? We always like look back or just like just glances, just to make sure our surroundings are this thing. Not because we were like we're scared. It was just a habit. Like it's like, okay, I gotta look back, make sure no one's like coming on me. We're a different country. I had to like all the situations that create this scenario. Oh, hello, can you just hear me? Okay.
Yeah,
these situations create this. What do you say? They lead you to actions that you have to do to make sure that you are safe, right? So that's why I say, okay, you have to be independent. You have to like go and do things by yourself to grow, to become strong. Even if people, you don't have to need to lean on someone for something. But yeah, that's all I'm trying to say. But yeah. Another thing.
That was Portugal for us. I think we were on our own, figuring out our own things here and there.
No, you're not alone. But you guys had like
on our own, as in we had to take care of our own items. Okay, we're staying with 30 people in one room, or we are switching from bus to bus, country to country, to and fro all the time. So we can't leave our suitcase back, or we can't leave our passport back at one country. Things like that. We had to be on top of every single thing in our bags.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, but the thing is, you guys had a lot of people. You had how many people went from here? From
Dubai was around 55.
oh, do you guys know it came on the news?
Really?
Yeah. I think you showed me, right?
No way.
Or who showed me? I think
Sharon.
no, not Moon. I just spoke. Who
Send us
showed
the
me?
link. Thank you.
It's on Kanish Cam something. It's like, oh, World Youth Day goes pilgrimage, 100,000 people or something. I was like,
1.5
oh.
million.
Yeah, I was like, whoa, okay, it's on news and all famous people. Whoa. Hey, look, I'm on the news now. But yeah, it's crazy. But you guys had people around, like, not depend on,
way
but
too many people around us.
30, but you guys staying in like hostels and dorms and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, you could get any place. Some people stayed even at bus stations, you know. It could be anywhere.
Yeah, it
What?
could be anywhere. We were like
Bus stations?
Yeah.
What do you mean bus stations?
Bus stations.
Like
food
homeless
station.
people where people homeless people sleep? That's
No,
what-
so there are 1.5 million youth in Lisbon, and all of them need a place to stay. So for that arrangement, they would literally take any public facilities like gym.
They'll sleep in the
schools.
gym?
Yeah, there were people
the
who
last,
sleep.
The last
stuff
day
in
we
gyms.
were in gyms, bro, and the gym didn't have any kind of ventilation. There was no ACs, there was no fans, nothing.
Good luck to rate for that. I booked an Airbnb and I was like,
I was
I'm
like,
out.
this is a pilgrimage, guys. I'm gonna live it in pilgrimage.
No,
style
we
for, like,
finished the pilgrimage by then.
Oh.
We were there for extra days.
whatever.
No, you-
And
actually,
I
it's
had
you.
work the same day, like as soon as we were
Yeah.
going to land.
Mhm.
So it's like, no way. If I stay in a place with no AC, don't sleep the entire night, I'm not going to be focused. And I had like hundreds and thousands of things to just be on top of by that
Right.
Thursday. So
Also, just so you know, this is like you need to like really like slow down on your work and everything. You like work. I feel like you guys work too hard. Like I feel like maybe it's just me, but I feel like you guys are like really like overworking yourself.
no, bro.
No,
Yeah,
is it just
like-
me?
No, the thing is that
Because every time I call you guys, or every time I talk, and you guys are just like stressed out, and I'm just like,
nobody said
you see
that.
this? This is all from stress. So I'm just like, I feel like I've gotten past that stress, and I'm like, no, I don't like to worry about things anymore. Maybe it's just me. After like, I tend to like lean on God. I'm like, okay, it's all in Him now. I stopped worrying about things. Maybe it's just me, but I was like, okay, whatever happens, it's on God. God's plan. Whatever happens, it's on Him. And I don't like think too much about or worry too much about stuff nowadays, or in general. But
That's
you guys,
something I like about you.
yeah,
I'm not
which
going to lie.
is
Because you have such a good nature.
maybe it's because this is what, and again, situations lead to certain actions, and the actions lead to certain outcomes, and this is the outcome of that, and then you learn from your mistakes, and then you grow, and you be like, okay, what, I can't, it's on you, God, so let it go, and let God take care of everything. That's how it is, man. But yeah.
Yeah. I don't portray that I get stressed at work because
Yeah,
at
you do.
work I think I'm really blessed. I'm having a really nice job, really nice colleagues, and it's chill at work, and we have our flexibility too. So if something would stress me, it wouldn't be my work for sure.
No, it's not really stress for you. I feel like it's not stress for you. It's more like you have so much things going on constantly, like everything.
That's what. So the thing is, I don't think Natasha is without work. Like, what would she do?
Yeah.
Or what did anybody do? So
Purpose.
No, there's no purpose in life.
yeah, there's no purpose.
She'll
So
have,
she's-
as soon as something goes wrong, she has existential crisis. She's like, oh my God, what am I doing in my life? Oh.
So I think, like, I, for that matter, I constantly like doing something around. So we
You guys are
constantly.
workaholics. So you guys are
No, it's more like keeping ourselves busy. That's it.
That's what a workaholic is. Man.
Yeah, but like I don't like simply just.
Even my mom, man, like she's such a workaholic. Back in the day, like I come home and she's always constantly doing something. I'm like, you say you don't have sleep, just go sleep. You're doing nothing. You're just watching like cooking videos. I'm like, dude, just sleep, man. You don't need to like watch them.
No,
I
I love sleep, but I also don't love oversleeping. And I don't.
Oh, you broke it. Good job. I can't hear you actually now.
No, actually, yeah. Wait. Hello.
There we go.
Okay, there we go.
Hello.
Rachel, what are you doing, man? Don't. See again. It's all your fault.
Hello.
No, maybe put the mic closer to you.
No.
Yeah, then don't shake the mic too much. Yeah, she's gone, guys. She's exited from this podcast. She's
No,
gone.
wait,
That's it
Hello.
for Rachel today.
Bye-bye.
No, but I think we all just like doing work, okay?
No, Rachel.
No, I mean not work. One
Don't
second.
lump me with her. I don't know her.
No, I think we're all like just being busy, except for you, because you are like constantly watching anime, and I'm like I can't do that.
That's not busy. That's
No.
having entertainment
Yeah,
only.
okay. I like to prioritize my entertainment and my happiness with other things compared to you guys working all the time. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm blessed too much. I don't know. Maybe.
Don't get me wrong. I like watching Netflix too. Like I watch dramas, Korean dramas.
I hate Korean. I don't see. I'm not a Netflix guy. I don't like Netflix.
Really?
No, I don't watch. I don't have Netflix. I have Netflix on my phone, but I don't have a what you call it? Account. It's just there. It's pre-built into the phone. Like
I had it on my phone. I deleted it because I think it's a bad addiction in a way too.
I mean,
I can't watch Netflix.
I can't believe you're surviving without Netflix because everybody's on Netflix. Like I'm constantly on Netflix, but I mean in my free time. But
thing is, I'm much more of a YouTuber than like a YouTube not YouTuber. Maybe I'm not, but I like watching YouTube videos and like people like YouTubers, like Sidemen and stuff like that, more than going Netflix and watching. Thing is, I like to binge watch. Okay, I like sitting down. If I have time, I'll sit down and complete a whole thing in 1 second. For example, I think recently, when was it? A few weeks back, a new episode came out of this anime, and it was the most anticipated episode. And people working. I spoke about this on the last episode, but a lot of people working on it, major people in the industry, and it was work in progress for a month and a half. No, month and 7 months. 1 year and 7 months. 1 year and 7 months on that one particular episode or something like that. And it was the most anticipated episode of the year, or for a long time actually. And I was like, okay, I have to catch up on this for like how many episodes? 130, 40 episodes. And I just that week, the day we had the podcast, I think JK, we sat down, we had the podcast that week. And he's like, yeah, man, I'm catching up. Next day, he's like, yeah, man, 1,000 episodes. Next day after that, he's traveling. He goes to India. He messages me after he reaches this thing. He's like, yeah, bro, I finished. I was like, huh? He caught up 72 episodes in like a span of 24 hours. I'm just like, dude, how? And I was so pissed because like, I like told him about, like we have like an anime relationship kind of thing. So we talk about anime all the time. And I kind of like told him about anime and getting into anime and stuff like that. And then he told me that I got so pissed. I was like, no, I'm going to sit home and watch. And that whole week, I completed around 100 and... what is this? Let me calculate this. Hold on.
And how long is each episode?
Depends on
that was what I was curious about. I was like, with this like 1 hour... 1 hour into like 72 episodes is like crazy.
I finished
3.5x.
I watched 145 episodes in the span of a week or less than a week.
Okay, that's a lot.
Accomplishment.
But okay.
Yeah. But an episode is around 23 minutes, but then you have an intro song, outro song, and like 20 seconds in between, like a break. So I would say it's about 15 to 18 minutes long.
You watch the intro songs?
No. Well,
I always skip it.
Yeah, same.
I do. What? I don't. Maybe like the first few, and then I'm like, okay, I'm getting bored of this. Skip. But I do that. I like watch the main content of it because I'm trying to catch up. If it's like I'm watching a new episode, like every week it comes out. If I watch that, then I sit and be like, okay,
you have so much time, bro. It takes me 45 minutes episode to take 3 days to finish it off, or longer.
Because I know when I watch anything, I like to sit down and give time to it. And I'm just sitting down and watch an episode. Okay, I'm sitting on, have like an hour. Okay, I'm going to watch like 2 episodes. And then I leave. And I like binging things, so. And Netflix is just, for any episode on Netflix, it's just so long, man. Every episode is just.
1 week.
Huh?
Even 10 days.
What?
No, you're saying the episode is long or it takes too long to release the new episode?
No. Like the episode itself, like for example, like I don't know, Breaking Bad, for example. Like how long is an episode? What shows are there in Netflix? I don't know. I have no idea. I have like a list.
I'm not going to mention what I watch because then many people are going to judge me on something.
Okay, for example, I think Friends is like 45 minutes to an hour. And
1 episode?
Really?
Yeah.
See, you need a whole hour. This is basically a movie.
But the thing is, I've watched Friends like, I think like realistically 20 times now, and it's like my go-to thing to watch.
And you tell me I have time.
No, but it's you like have a lot of time.
No, but the thing is,
I have no time. You have too much time. That's what's happening.
Hello,
but you watched all the seasons?
Yeah, I watched all the seasons
20
like
times.
long back. No, I skipped seasons. Like I put whatever season.
Yeah, but you watched all the seasons at least once, right?
Yeah.
And each episode is like an hour long.
I think.
And you have like 20 episodes in each season, or 10 episodes. How many episodes?
I think it depends. I think 10 to 12.
10 to 12 episodes. Wow. Wait. Can you like not break everything?
Hi.
Yeah, but like you. Yeah, no.
No, we lost you.
Again. Okay, she's gone, guys. Bye bye.
Okay.
But yeah, you have like an 1 hour episode. Just watching her play with her mic.
No.
Did
Yes,
this
I got back. I'm back. Okay.
Anyways, 1 hour episodes.
So I watch only when I'm going to sleep, and they just keep running.
From now on, which is not part of the podcast.
Hello.
Let's
Yeah.
just say bye.
No, but they keep running, and I sleep with my phone on. So it's 2 episodes done. It's still
You
going.
don't watch the episode, just leave it there. It happens in the corner
Yeah.
background. It's the
So I
background
don't
music.
have to watch
Subconsciously
it.
listening.
Yeah, I'm whatever I'm doing. If I'm doing my makeup, the Friends is just going on. I'm just doing my makeup.
When you're watching the episode, just watch.
Multitasking.
How? Like, that makes no sense. I feel like if you're watching something, you just sit and watch the episode.
That is if I'm watching new shows.
That's worse.
No,
You guys sit and watch them. Even him, oh my god. Okay, so him, I mean, I'll come back to it. But so when you're watching an episode or something like that, he's always on his phone. But when you're in the movie, he has no other option. He just sits and watches the whole movie. I'm like, oh, you're actually watching the movie? Yeah, I'm watching the movie, man. What can I do? I'm like, yeah, because you have no iPhone, no Wi-Fi here. He just sits there. I'm like, yeah. So when you guys, same thing with you. When you're watching something, you just gotta give full attention to it. Instead of like,
Yeah, that is when I'm watching new shows, because most of my new shows are like crime based. So like I have to concentrate.
I'm concerned. No.
Yeah.
What
Young
are you
coordinator
watching?
watches crime based.
No, I like suspense kind of like.
If anyone is murdered around you, just
I love these murder shows. They're like the best.
No,
You know?
I have a faint heart.
Okay,
if
going
anyone is
next.
murdered, just know to suspect one of us. And that
I mean,
one.
if they catch me, right? I learned a
You-
lot from the show.
Yeah, actually, you probably
No.
escape police easily. Like, no, I didn't do it. It's not my fingerprint. It's someone else. And yeah, another last thing. I think we are always all the time, and you have classes in a few minutes. But okay, the last thing I want to talk about is your car. You decided to poor Shelly, man. I actually love Shelly so much, but
I
you
love Shelly too.
shush your mouth. The amount of times you've spoken against Shelly. I think I fell in love with Shelly. I think after our praise in Georgia. That's one. So we had a rental car in
Okay.
Georgia, and it was a Prius as well. And oh my god, it was so fuel efficient. It's so nice. It drives smoothly. It's a Toyota and it's reliable. And you were like, no, I don't like this car.
No, I like the car. It's not like I don't like it. There are just moments when I'm like, I look at the Tesla, I'm like, I like you more.
Oh, Tesla. Oh,
Yeah, you know, things like
Yeah,
that.
but like you can't compare like a Tesla to a Prius, man. It's
Well, it's my first car. It's always my first love type of thing.
that's sad. And you want to get a car, right? No, you don't want to get a car.
No, I
Something-
don't want to get a car.
You have like 3 cars, right? Or 2
Two.
cars.
That's my mom and dad's.
Yeah, but you use.
Yeah. So then I don't need a car because it's like technically like kind of like at home. So I'm just saving my money.
Oh, finances and all. Damn. But it is time for you.
Yes.
You have a class happening.
Which has already begun.
I'm sorry. Hey, listen, it's your delay, okay? If your camera didn't come in because started early, okay? It's all your fault. Don't blame me. But
Oh, no.
thank you guys for coming on the podcast. I know you were hella nervous before.
Yeah, that's because you didn't tell me.
Yeah,
until
because I wanted to
walked in,
surprise
like,
you guys.
5 minutes. Like,
But you found out of the podcast, right?
yeah.
How'd you find out the podcast?
So it came to Sharon's For You page. And then she called you one day, but then because you were having your thing going on with her anger thing, you didn't answer her phone.
Oh.
And then-
Drama.
Oh, so she knows. Oh.
She knows you have a podcast.
Oh.
She was the one who told me about it.
So the plan was I was supposed to surprise these guys. Well, I already told you.
I mean, I'm still surprised that I had to do a podcast 2 minutes before doing this podcast.
that's the whole point. Keep it natural, you know. That's how it is.
On the bright side, Janine could still be surprised.
He would be surprised. At least I can get one person. That's good. I'm glad. But yeah, thank you guys. Thank you for coming on the podcast. It's I don't want to like mock it too much because I want to surprise you guys before it. But it's what it is. It's what it is. And that's a grammatical sentence that is legit. But yeah.
Alright, thanks, Stephen.
Thank you for coming. You're always welcome back one day.
I don't know
Hopefully.
if you're holding your hands, so should I do this?
There you go. Take a high five. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye bye.
Bye bye.